I'll admit, this shit's gonna feel weird under a Disney logo. Tradition for tradition's sake. Also, reading. The March of War! These opening crawls always seem to tell a story that is not logical from where we left off. The Jedi and the clones destroyed the droid army and the factory where they were built in the last movie. But suddenly Dooku can go around making successful attacks that he wasn't capable of before. These two ships are doing absolutely nothing except making a long, unbroken shot possible. Of course, when it's all a cartoon, how impressive is that? This is just stupid, ludicrous survival. Also, this brings to light the fact that there appears to be no solid military plan involved on either side. Hey, just send all your ships out and we'll flip a coin. Heads we die, tails we die. Well, someone's gotta win, might as well be us.
Flying is for droids.
Obi-Wan became the one-liner asshole of this series. If you have droids that can do this, why not give them bombing capabilities?
The General's command ship is dead ahead.
Still, like 4 minutes ago you said the same thing.
General Grievous's ship is directly ahead.
Neither it nor you moved or changed direction in the last 4 minutes.
Oh, I have a bad feeling about this.
In earlier uses of this line, it was always in a situation that was undefined. The person saying it didn't know why they got a bad feeling, but they got it nonetheless. Now you're just sticking it in for lip service. Revenge of the Sith brings the new trilogy's circle of life to a close by delivering us more extremely useless Jedi droid battles. If only the bad guys in these movies had made their ships less R2 compatible, they would have won this So it's come to this, a coughing robot.
Destroyers!
This is almost a reenactment of the scene from Phantom Menace when these destroyers showed up. You'd think they learned to come from the sides to make defense nearly impossible.
Drop your weapon.
There's no reason these droids didn't blast these guys already. You stood here for a solid minute while Anakin hung from this thing. R2 continues to accidentally himself out of every situation he finds himself in.
Sith Lords are our speciality.
Yeah, except for Qui-Gon. Too soon? Also, you faced one Sith Lord by my count, and you only beat him because Qui-Gon softened him up. Anakin here is a newbie, so this statement makes no sense whatsoever, especially considering the two of you lost quickly to this dude last movie.
My powers have doubled since the last time we met, Count.
I rolled a 20-sided die and got 1,000,000 extra hit points, so come at me, bro. Also, no one for whom this was true would actually bother to say this shit. Robots enter this Jedi battle to make things extra pointless. Get! This CGI makes it look like this shouldn't even hurt. Yep, somewhere in George Lucas's basement, there are a number of severed arms and hands. He didn't commit the crimes, but he is haunted by them.
Good, Anakin, good.
I remember Return of the Jedi too.
He cut off your arm, and you wanted revenge.
Tale as old as time. Another Wilhelm bites the dust. Such a tragic family. So the good guys are blasting this ship, but why? Don't they know Palpatine is on it? Don't they know two Jedi are trying to save Palpatine? I don't know what I just saw, but it was total bullshit.
Activate ray shields!
Why didn't they do this before?
Do you have a plan B?
I hope not. Luke and Leia need to be born. Aside from the coughing, which is dumb as hell, how does a robot get promoted through the ranks so quickly and become a general? What the f*** is this nonsense? Discount robot Darth Mauls. Somehow, the best chance for survival involves Anakin trying to crash land this gigantic ship, as opposed to any kind of Jedi something escape pod something.
8 plus 60.
Well, that means something. It's good to see that during all this war, someone spotted the crashing ship and sent 4 firefighting jets to come spray water on it. Maybe don't shoot it down next time.
Landing strip straight ahead.
We're coming in too hot.
Too hot for 10 miles of runway? How is that possible? Calculated risk? Behind-the-scenes control? I don't know. Seems a bit foolish to me for the Emperor to endanger himself in a crash landing like this. Well, the first 24 minutes of this thing are some bullshit, but it's still better than the Trade Federation negotiations.
Well, you owe me one, and not for saving your skin for the 10th time.
9th time. That business on Cato and Amodia doesn't count.
Once again, Jedi talk about some shit we never got to see. These two are doing a marvelous job hiding their secret romance, and by marvelous, I of course mean terrible.
There were whispers that you'd been killed.
Why? Who knew the situation enough to make any kind of speculation?
Wait, not here.
Yes, not here, where you've already run to me, picked me up in your arms, and canoodled me. Let's actually save the kissing for another place, where no one can actually see us and
Annie, I'm pregnant.
It's truly amazing how Yoda and a whole bunch of Jedi Council members can't sense this.
What are we gonna do?
Okay, I have an elaborate plan that involves you dying, me turning evil, and our twins not knowing they're related for almost 30 years. What do you say?
The happiest moment of my life.
Except when my mom died and I slaughtered all those Tusken Raiders, but this is a close second.
You are so beautiful.
She's okay, but have you seen her decoy?
It's only because I'm so in love.
No one who has ever been in love would write dialogue like this.
But it's probably true.
In the span of one movie, Padme has gone from serious, determined protector of Naboo to flirty giggle girl in a nightie. Anakin rips off the "My love is gonna die" Chosen One dreams from Neo in The Matrix Reloaded. How do you sleep with this much light pouring in the window? Shut the fucking blinds, you idiots. Also, you're dating and gestating a baby in secret, but you're living together openly in the capital city?
You die in childbirth.
It was only a dream.
I won't let this one become real.
I will lightsaber the death out of you.
I doubt the Queen will continue to allow me to serve in the Senate.
How do you go from queen to senator, but then the replacement queen has more power than you do? Is this monarchy not based on birthright? Is the queen elected but then still called a queen? I'm so confused about Naboo's politics, and that's in a trilogy that spent ungodly amounts of time on politics.
Yourself you speak of, or someone you know?
There's no way Anakin is holding back all of his feelings right now. This guy wears his whole life on his sleeve, and yet the Force tells Yoda nothing.
The fear of loss is a path to the dark side.
What isn't a path to the dark side, huh?
Train yourself to let go of everything you fear to lose.
Seems like this would have been Jedi 101, with Obi-Wan teaching Anakin this on the first day of class, especially since the whole Jedi Council didn't want to train him because of that very reason. Somehow this guy made it through his training without one whit of knowledge.
Seleucus has fallen, and Master Voss has moved his troops to Bos Pitti.
My brain just spun a wheel of chance to figure out what the hell Obi-Wan just said.
I'm depending on you. For what? I don't understand.
Why would you? He's literally given you zero information so far. I guess this guy is somewhere on some other planet, sitting in a chair with the exact dimensions of this chair? Jesus.
What about the droid attack on the Wookiees?
He's right. It's a system we cannot afford to lose.
Because Wookiees produce tons of wool for the universe or some shit. Actually, I have no idea what they do, but Chewbacca, man!
What kind of nonsense is this?
George Lucas films his actors speaking in private.
The only reason the Council has approved your appointment is because the Chancellor trusts you.
Can someone not bug his office? Why do you have to enlist the iffy Anakin as an undercover detective?
Anakin did not take to his new assignment with much enthusiasm.
It's very dangerous putting them together.
Seems like maybe you three could have prevented a galactic disaster, but just didn't for some reason.
With all due respect, Master, is he not the chosen one?
With all due respect, Obi, were you not voicing your own concerns about him in the last f***ing movie? Because you were, ass. It's like Lucas thinks of a line of dialogue that will propel his narrative, then assigns it to a character at random.
A prophecy that misread could have been.
And you're only bringing this up now? You guys have done a lot based on this prophecy you suddenly don't seem to trust because the writers want to make you Nostradamus.
He will not let me down. He never has.
What? These movies have implied nothing short of an exasperated mentor and rebellious student dynamic between these two. The f*** are you saying right now? I mean, Anakin literally disobeys you at every turn.
I hope right you are.
Man, did the prequels take all the fun out of Yoda's speech patterns or what?
Hold me. Like you did by the lake on Naboo.
Specific hugging instructions are specific. Also, I didn't ever think it would come to this, but I'm sinning love.
So long ago when there was nothing but our love. No politics, no plotting, no war.
While you were falling in love last movie, all kinds of politics, plotting, and war were going on. What the actual f***? Cirque du Soleil bubbles.
I know they don't trust you.
Anakin is officially the worst undercover cop ever. Blabs to Palpatine within 90 seconds. I want to know who the f*** on the council trusts Anakin and has the power to override Yoda and Windu on matters such as these.
The Jedi use their power for good.
Good is a point of view, Anakin.
Anakin's mind is more easily manipulated than a first grader's.
Did you ever hear the tragedy of Darth Plagueis the Wise?
Shh, quiet. I'm trying to watch the Electric Bubble Show, dude.
He could use the Force to influence the midi-chlorians to create life.
What purpose did it serve for Darth Plagueis to impregnate Shmi, who then went to Tatooine and gave birth to a potential Jedi who, without a whole bunch of bull happening, would never have been discovered?
Then his apprentice killed him in his sleep.
This series has been so focused on keeping the Palpatine Darth Sidious secret that it's lost sight over what could have been an awesome thing to see. Sidious learning about the Force and killing his master. That's all these movies are, explanations and backstories of things that would have been awesome to see, but we only hear about. Cheap Chewbacca cameo feels cheap in cameo. Did these Wookiees just do a Tarzan yell? My god, man, it just hurts my soul.
However, it may turn out just to be a wild panther chase.
Goose called, it doesn't appreciate your appropriation of its idiom.
I have trained you since you were a small boy. I have taught you everything I know.
Except that part about controlling your emotions and whatnot. We skipped that lesson.
I'm not gonna die in childbirth, Annie.
You remember the dream about his dying mom he had as she was actually dying, though, right?
We are being held hostage. They are watching us.
But not closely enough, apparently. Obi-Wan watches himself pilot a ship away from the dock, and I'm left to wonder, am I watching the island right now? And somehow Obi-Wan managed to fake everyone out by not being on the ship when it flew away. Something we didn't get to see because it's total bullshit. When did Obi-Wan learn to ride one of these random bastards? This military fortress has no way of detecting and alerting General Grievous of this Jedi lizard intrusion.
Be thankful, Viceroy. You have not found your Sith in my grip.
Grievous sounds exactly like Saris from Galaxy Quest.
Kill him!
While these 4 stun gun guards attack Obi-Wan, none of the greatest loyal robots do jack or Wow, that was perfectly sized to fall on 4 incompetent robots.
I've been trained in your Jedi arts by Count Dooku.
When did you guys have time for that? What's better than 1 or 2 lightsabers? 4 lightsabers. This is the funniest image in all of Star Wars. People just walking around and minding their own business while a huge battle takes place upstairs.
You must realize you are doomed.
Saying things. Obi-Wan's instant spiritual bond with this planet's version of a hippogriff. And yeah, sure, I guess he's using the Force's connection with all the universe to do this, but honestly, I just wanted to say the word hippogriff in this video, okay? I mean, it's not like you didn't roll your eyes at this too. And you've never seen more lost lightsabers than these fucking prequels. That shit's like candy in these films. I think the whole reason for the plot now is so that George Lucas can insert holograms on screen.
I sense a plot to destroy the Jedi. The dark side of the Force surrounds the Chancellor.
Oh, so you guys got your ability to see more clearly now? The dark side's been clouding your vision all the way up until now. I guess the Force simply acts according to the whim of the screenwriter.
Don't you wonder why they won't make you a Jedi Master?
Don't you wonder why Anakin is so powerful in the Force but so blind to this super obvious manipulation?
And you will be able to save your wife from certain death.
Except not, and when Padme still dies, it makes no sense that Anakin Vader doesn't then go into berserker mode and consume the entire galaxy, or at least kill Palpatine for lying. Obi-Wan apparently can punch this robot's electric weapon with his bare hand and not suffer damage from it. These two are wrestling on the control seat of this disc transport while it perfectly executes hairpin turns. In other words, f*** you. Both of these fools land on the hangar floor, which is lucky as since this disc craft goes over the edge and falls 18 stories below. Revenge of the convenience. Obi-Wan never once uses the Force push against this asshole, even though he clearly showed the ability to do so.
I think Chancellor Palpatine is a Sith Lord.
A Sith Lord?
What? 90 seconds of what am I gonna do contemplation.
You're under arrest, Chancellor.
We didn't even get a scene where they tell Yoda about Palpatine, what he might think about the situation. This arrest seems totally rushed and emotionally charged, completely anti-Jedi in every way. How did this asshole become a Jedi if he's so damn easy to kill? And Mr. No Name here too? And this is sort of the problem movies have in general. They have a hard time explaining how good someone is at a particular art, so the answer is let's make everyone else really bad at their job. Emperor versus Mace Windu battle really heats things up with a big load of boring. I'm surprised a big turkey power-up icon didn't show up on screen, or a big pile of money. I think this officially qualifies as a fetish.
Henceforth, you shall be known as Darth Vader.
I don't know why that name popped into my head, especially since everybody else has not-so-subtle Darth names like Maul, Sidious, and Plagueis. But I'm not married to it. Let's see what happens.